Sahana bhavatu Sahano bhunattu Sahaviryam karavavahai Tejasvinavadidamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti. We have seen up to verse 14. Continue with verse 15. Verse 15. Verse 15. That's verse 14, right? That is verse 14. Doesn't matter, chanting is good.
Yasmano dvijate lokaha lokano dvijate jayata harsha harshapayo devaihi mukto yassa cha me priyaha Yasmano dvijate lokaha Lokano dvijate jayata Harsha harshapayo devaihi mukto yassa cha me priyaha.
By whom the world is not agitated, and who is not agitated by the world, who is freed from joy, envy, fear, and anxiety. He is dear to me. Two qualities have a connection here. By whom the world is not agitated. Also, who is not agitated by the world. So there are two things here. The first quality is referring to the sensitivity of the person. A bhakta is one who is a sensitive person. And the moment we say a sensitive person, immediately we have this belief that he will be vulnerable to get affected. See, so to counter that, he gives the next point. The one who does not agitate the world, the one who does not disturb the world. Now you got to look back. What are you? If you are not agitated by the world, that means you are the agitator. I am not disturbed at all, sir. Why you are not disturbed? Because you are the cause of disturbance. The poison of the snake doesn't affect the snake. It's inside the snake only. It will not. Coronavirus will not get corona. Isn't it? Coronavirus will give corona to you. For the virus, nothing happens, isn't it? Many of us live like that. So if you take these two qualities, in isolation, you are in trouble. What I'm trying to explain is that. That is why he is giving them as two sides of the coin. One side, he says he is how soft. He's such a soft character. Just a little is enough. He's soft and gentle towards the world. Softness and gentleness means what? It means only one thing. It means he is not a judgmental character. He will not go on judging people. Anyone and everyone around, he doesn't keep on judging. He doesn't have the judgmental eyes. He has the non-judgmental eyes. He doesn't judge people. That is why he is a cheer. Because all of us are affected by this idea, the notion of what others think of us. Isn't it? We are so worried. A person like me who is supposed to be public personality always have this problem. What? I should present myself properly. Even though boiling inside, externally I have to be doing what? Smiling, isn't it? If I shout at you, what happens? If I show my anger, what will happen? A sadhu person, like spiritual person, means the one who should not get. So what do I have? What happens? Every master is a slave of their disciples. We all think, disciples are the slaves. No. Every master becomes a slave of his own disciple. You are my master. That's why Christ washed the feet of his own disciple. I am washing the feet of you. Means what? You are a master. All those fellows are saying what? You are our master. And Christ says, no, you are my master. He's only demonstrating to all of us our condition. The way you slave others, what others think. In fact, what you think of yourself carries what others think of you. You have self-judgment, isn't it, about yourself? Find out how much of your self-judgment about yourself carries what others think of you. Delete all that. Okay? If you were to remove what others think of you, delete all those things. What is self-judgment? Mullah proves that. Mullah, beautiful episode. He fixed one fellow, said, no, I am, independent person, independent thinker I am. He said, oh, I'll prove to you, don't worry. And this guy goes to gym every day morning, his neighbor. So when he finished the gym exercise and he's coming out, as he is coming out, his friend asked him, another friend asked him, what happened to you? You look so dull. He said, just finished exercise, you see. intense cardio I did. That's why I'm looking a little tired. Oh, you went to the car park. The parking security. Sir, you're not fresh. You're looking little dull. What happened? No, just finish the exercise. No, that's why there's nothing. Take the tip. He gave the fellow a tip, although in the signal, he found one beggar. Beggar looks at him, knocked his door, pulled out to give him 10 rupees. Right. Sir, you're looking sick. Again. He is about to, enter the house. Neighbor was standing, watering his plant. Hi, hi. What happened to you, man? You're looking so tired. What happened? Not normal. He said, is it? I don't think so. His gardener, sir, take care, sir. My livelihood is dependent on you. Please. He goes inside. The servant maid comes. He says, Bhaiya, what happened to you? Wife came out. This fellow, before she would ask, I know something wrong with me. Let's go to the doctor. And you go to the doctor. No, have you ever seen doctor telling nothing wrong with you, go home? It will never happen. Because if you have a body, it will carry something or the other, no? Overall test, full body test, if you do, some part will be having a problem, right? Huh? That is enough. I think, another 6 months for you. You have to take this medicine. Afterwards, everything will be all right. No, afterwards, we'll do a great test. Right now, if we do test in our body, all our body carries cancer virus. Cancer. So all of us are potentially cancer patient only actually. What difference does it make? It's growing or not growing, that's all it is. But it is there. Some problem or the other. By evening, the fellow got himself admitted in the hospital. And he's genuinely started believing something wrong with him. Mullah came to visit him. You only said yesterday, all fixed by Mullah. For all those fellows, Mullah has given 100 rupees. You including the beggar. That fellow gives 10 rupees, no? I'll give you 100. 1,000 rupees he spent and he established one truth. The so-called self-judgment of you, self-knowledge about you, includes what? Includes what? Others' judgment. Now, a bhakta is one who is not going to be dependent on the judgment of others. When we say don't listen to others, don't take immediately to one extreme. You have to get validation certificate from the world. The only question you have to ask yourself is whose certificate you are going to value. That's all it is. That's where the difference comes. Who is not agitated by the world, who doesn't agitate the world also. You don't cause disturbance to the world. At the same time, you also don't get disturbed by the world. Upanayanam ceremony, they do the thread ceremony, Upanayanam. ceremony, one of the important things they teach to that boy is they show him the stone. Ammi, say. He used to make chutney those days. I've seen. There will be a solid stone. Every house will have that. They show that stone to him. Same thing was done to a girl in marriage. What is done to boy in marriage, what was told to him in Upanayanam, is the same thing told to the girl in marriage. Same instruction. Learn to be like that rock. Learn to have the heart of a rock, solid. Your life is to be having that solidarity. You will get so many knocks and shocks, but you should not buckle. Solid you should stand. Same instruction to the boy during Upanayanam ceremony. Same thing they say to a girl in marriage. Marriage ceremony, most of you might know. Upanayanam ceremony, we don't remember. Too young. Or you don't even understand what's going on. The instruction is the same. Have that. It doesn't mean you become, stone-hearted fellow. Stone-hearted. That is why first thing he says, he is a sensitive person. You are not a tyrant. I don't get disturbed at all, sir. So what to do? Agitate everyone around you. You are not that nice. You are not a sadist. You are such a sensitive person. That's why every time you see your conversations, your debates, your interactions with your near and dear ones, all that you are trying to establish to them is only one. That is, I am not what you think I am. Isn't it? I am not that. Half your energy, in fact, I would even say 70% of your energy is lost in attempting to establish this idea. I am not what you think I am. Life. We just go on. That's what he says. It's not, the world is not agitating. You're disturbed by the fact that the person has a different opinion about you. One person may say, oh, the class is superb. Why? Oh, he is such a great person. He is a very good fellow. He is a very nice person. He is very good. All that. Why he is saying all this? Another person comes and says that, he is such a useless fellow. Why he is saying that? See, what I am speaking is the same thing. Do I speak separately for this person something, separately for that person something? Nothing. To both I say the same thing. Both are attending the same session. One person comes out like this, one person comes out like that. Why? No, but it has got nothing to do with me. As I learned in my school. Same maths teacher. I'm struggling to get 20. Effortlessly, my friend is getting 100. Half asleep, he'll come and write exam. He will get 99.5. Who is this fellow? So much of preparation, 20 marks is a problem for him. Same teacher. What is the difference? It's nothing to do with the teacher. Then it is to do with who? Who then? Me and him. Same way, one person will carry opinion that Ishwar is superb, great, extraordinary. Another person says he is such a stupid fellow, ignorant and arrogant. Why? Why he says he is good? Why he says he is bad? Because something of what I say has added some value to him. Therefore, he says, I am good. Something of I say has caused a disturbance to him. Therefore, he says, I am bad. It has got nothing to do with whether I am good or I am bad. It is independent of that. If I have benefited you, you will say, I am good. If I have not benefited you at all, you will say what? Waste of time. It's as simple as that. Isn't it? So we say, on what basis you are getting affected? Why are you getting affected by this? He says. So he says, a bhakta is one who does not agitate the world, disturb the world. He doesn't disturb anyone. Why he doesn't disturb anyone? You become a cause of disturbance. When?
Anyone you are really thinking about others.
The moment I compete with you, what happens? Can I escape? The moment I start becoming a competitor to you, what happens? A bhakta who doesn't agitate the world, disturb the world, means he is not a competition to anyone. He is not a competitor. He doesn't compete with anyone. That's what he says. See, so he doesn't agitate the world. He doesn't disturb the world. Means he is not going to compete with you. You are running after your desire, I am running after my desire. My desire and your desire doesn't compete at all. Why? Because you are running in this direction, I am running in the opposite direction. We are running towards the world, he is running towards God. How can there be a competition? There's no competition. The moment there is scarcity and there is a competitor, there is bound to be friction, fight, agitation. You cannot escape. There is no competitor and the material is infinite, abundant. There's no reduction. The source is solid, infinite source. No competition. What it is? Infinite source, and there is no competition. See, infinite source with competition itself will be what? No chance of fighting. There is a finite source and there is a competition, maximum fight. That's the world. A worldly person cannot not be a competitor to someone. Right? A bhakta cannot be a competitor to someone. He will not compete. What is the competition? Huh? Why? Because direction is two, opposite direction. Then the destination is infinite source. This is infinite here. There's no problem. That's what Isavasya Upanishad says. Purnamada Purnamidam. Purnat Purnamudachyati. Purnasya Purnamadaya. Purnameva Avasishyati. What remains is only that infinite, complete, Purna. Remove infinite out of infinite. The light is available equally for all of us. Whatever the light is. It's not that it's going to give to 1% more, 1% less. Sunlight is equally available. Like there is a point of 1 crore or 10 million. Right? One person is having 10 million. Another person is having 400 million. Okay? One person has 10 million, another person has 400 million. You can say dollars, pounds, rupees, whatever currency. 400 million rupees he has. Who is closer to infinite? Who will hit infinite first? 10 million fellow or 400 million fellow? You have only two options here. What is the options here? Either you have to take a stand, both will never achieve it, or both are equidistant from infinite. Isn't it? There's no difference. Where is the competition? The moment I say I am going to hit infinite, whether I am starting with 10 million or I am with 400 million, where is the problem? See, so he will never get into this debate only. If someone says, even if you win the rat race, you will remain a rat only, no? Beautiful statement. Even if you win a rat race, what are you? You are a rat. You'll never become a lion. By winning a rat race, you're not going to become a lion. Then where are you running? Here is a person who is attempting to transform himself to become a lion. Right? Will he be a competitor to the rats? He will compete with the rats. The moment we say, I'm not going to be this example, immediately you will think, oh, he is going to become a tyrant. Let's say next one. Immediately we say, he doesn't agitate the world, nor he gets agitated by the world. Says. You be hard when you are receiving. When you are giving, you are soft. Well, receiving, it's a very unique combination. Highly contradicting combination this is. When I'm receiving the harsh words from others, what I am? Solid, rock solid. When I am speaking, so soft and gentle. That is the difference. So he says, the one who is not agitated, also the one who doesn't agitate the world. Right? Then it says, who is free from joy, envy, fear, anger. fear, anxiety. Harsha, Amarsha, Bhaya, Udvege. This anxiety, free from Harsha. Harsha means the exaggerated experience of joy. It's called Harsha. Magnified joy. The exaltation, the experience of, hair stands on end, we say. That's what is referred. That joy is experienced. A bhakta is one who doesn't have any such experience. He doesn't have, he is free from all that. Now, what is wrong with that excessive joy? Why he doesn't experience excessive joy is because excessive joy, when you are experiencing, essentially it means you are losing your discriminative capacity, your intellect. You can't think. You see, when you have that exalted experience, joy, you can't think. There is no discrimination. And you lose your discrimination power, that's it. Buddhi nasha, pranashati. Complete destruction. If you lose your buddhi, you're completely gone. A bhakta is one who doesn't lose that. That is harsha. Amarsha is the Amarsha is essentially intolerance. Intolerance rooted in matsarya, rooted in that caused by jealousy, envy. Because all intolerance is because of what? Jealousy. That's all it is. So that's why it is said as jealousy, envy. That jealousy is there. What are you jealous about? A bhakta will have the jealous of what? You are always jealous of what? Others grow through. If somebody grows, jealousy comes. That's why always a fight within the family. Property dispute. Dispute. Father had two properties. He gave one to this fellow, one to this fellow. Unfortunately, what has happened is after 2 years, one fellow got the property. No. Next to that, there is a metro line came. Other property, nothing has happened. Is the father going to foresee all that and give? When he gave, no. That's all it is. But this fellow and his wife, what they will be talking? So happy, no? Fantastic, that fellow got. Yes. He's going to say what? That fellow is smart. You are one dumb idiot. Dumb. And he dumped me on you. You are another dumb, useless fellow. But you have backbone. Speak up. No? You should stand for your rights. Now ask them to compensate that with the gold jewelry. Say 2004 property, 2004. Now that has increased, what happens? If you understand all the property disputes we have, what is it? Material or spiritual doesn't make any difference for a bhakta. If you see somebody is growing materially, I'm telling you, it's a dead end, don't go. And you are going very fast. What I will be? I'll be standing there and laughing. Go fast. Faster you go, faster you'll take a U-turn and come back. So when somebody is growing materially fast, a bhakta is very happy. Why? Where he will go? See the fun he will be standing, isn't it? I told that fellow. The road work is going on, man. In another 1 kilometer, road work is going, so don't take this road. Take the other side. You go. Even if I'm having some other work to do, I will sit there. Because 200% I'm sure what are you going to do? Okay. When you take a U-turn and come, if I am sitting there, what will you do? What you will do? Will you stop the car and tell me, sorry sir, made a mistake, I should have listened to you. Now tell me which route to go. Will you ask me? You will drive fast. The moment you see me sitting there from a distance, you will drive faster. Where? In the opposite direction. It's fun, no? They'll be jealous of you. It's fun, man, to see people growing materially. To whom? To a bhakta it is. If you are growing spiritually, it is even more greater for him. Why? Proof is there, isn't it? There's a proof. Living demonstration is done by this person. This is possible. Correct? And a good satsang for me. Freely available. Why will I lose that? So you grow material, he is happy. You grow spiritual, he is even more happy. Will he be jealous of you? You get name, fame. Oh, he will become more famous than you. Jealous. Another person coming up means immediately there is a fear. That fear is what he is giving next one. The fear comes. If you are not having the jealous, envy, fear. Fear of what? Fear of losing what? Position you have gained. The moment you have the fear is there. You see somebody is coming up, a fear. The moment you are having a great tradition, what family we belong to, who is my grandfather, who is my grandfather, who is my father, who I am. Now what is the problem? Look at this fellow, sir. Every parent has the same problem. Look at this fellow. If my grandmother went to see the way my daughter dresses, every day she will kill her. Not inside the house, she is going out. Chudidar was not allowed for my sister, by my grandmother. Either half sari or sari. That's all. Ideally speaking, you are supposed to be in that 9 yards. Compromise is sari. Chudidar was considered by my grandmother as is this sari. Anybody? All of you will be chopped off by my grandmother. She will shoot her. If she were to see, daughter finished. What traditional family we belong to. The moment you have that problem, anything you have, money you have problem, fear. You have, name problem, fear. Oh, I have this. I have a reputation of every class is different, sir. Now my fear. What? This class should be giving something, no? If nothing is there in the class, what will happen? Yeah, I think, Sarakala Tinbuch. The stock is over, it seems, with Ishwar. All of us. He's not having anything more to give us. Every class has to be different. Now, every class is a fear now, tension. You can't enjoy the process of teaching anymore. That's why a sports person is enjoying sports. They don't enjoy it. They get mentally drained after this, every tournament. Mentally off. So too much. We can't take it. What you can't take? Every time walks in, there is a reputation being built. If Tendulkar walks in, there is a reputation follows him. What is it? If Dhoni walks in, what is expected? If he is playing 5 balls, there has to be 3 sixes. That's all we want, sir. At least hit 1 6, no? Last 2 balls he was entering. Why? To play the game? No. If he is not walking in, we saw that last IPL. Jadeja almost, decided to leave. Because every time the fellow gets out, he is walking back to the pavilion. Whole crowd is cheering up. How frustrating it will be for a batsman. Can you believe it? Because Dhoni is coming next on. So, that whole crowd is waiting for this fellow to play or get out. 40,000 fellows sitting, praying to God. What? Let him hit a 6 or let him get out. So, what happens to Dhoni when he is walking in? Can he come and take a single and go? If he doesn't play, what happens? This is what they use the word pressure. What is it? Bills. Losing whatever you have is such an agitating thing that is called a fear. Anything you achieve, no matter how big, how small it is, doesn't matter. Even if it is an innocuous thing. Oh, she's a very good cook. Every party becomes what for you? Tension. Why? If you are not having the reputation that you are a good cook, then party is what? Caterer. That's all it is. It's just a question of caterer. You have 2, 3 caterers. This group, this caterer, that group, this caterer, this group, this caterer. That's all it is. Problem solved. No issue for you. See, fear, the moment you have anything, you lose it. And the law of world is what? Anything you gain in the world, eventually you will lose it. No matter what you have. Anything you gain. Sir, there was one company, can you believe? One company had army, East India Company, had a nation under their control. Can you believe? I don't think even Apple, Google and all have that. Army not that. Maximum they'll have is two, security guard will be there. Bodyguard. Army, nobody. The company by name East India Company. There are many East India companies. I don't think there's only one East India. There are many East India companies. That fellows had army with them. They had the whole nation. Entire country was controlled by those people. Where is the company now? It's gone. You go. Even this shall pass away. Even this shall pass away. Everything passes. No matter what you have, you will lose. You have the power to electrify the audience to your speech. A time will come where you cannot speak. Musicians who had the greatest of voices, suddenly one day morning they couldn't speak. Lost, They couldn't. John Milton lost his eyes. Suddenly one day morning he wakes up, he's gone. Blinded, can you believe? To go blind for a poet is such a terrible thing. You go blind, you lose it. You have name, you have money, you have health, you have wealth, you have anything, relatives, relationships, you will lose it. A law of life is such that whatever is gained by you will be lost by you. Any gain, instantly you have to understand, equals loss. So everything he has a knowledge. A bhakta doesn't care about it. Why? He doesn't have the fear. Because he understands all that I have gained from the world will be lost. I am in search of something which can never be lost. Go in search of that. So he says, free from joy, free from envy, jealousy. Why there is jealousy? Because essentially there is a problem in your vision. What is our vision, sir? Invalidate the virtues of others. Going on finding fault in others. That's all. How can Rama banish his wife? How can he do that? Some casual readings. Amar Chitra Katha reading you go. Amar Chitra Katha is meant for the kids, not for the grown-ups. How can Yudhishthira pawn his wife? Other fellow. He is a very greedy fellow. Another. Yudhishthira was very greedy. I don't know from where you get such ideas. He had a weakness for dice game. Do you know the meaning of the word weakness? What's the meaning of the word weakness? If you were to claim, sir, he has a weakness for drinking, what does it mean? Have you used the word? He has a weakness for drinking. What does it mean? He has a weakness for drinking means what?
Fond is he gets to at the least of the availability, he takes it or desires of it. It's very at the quickest moment. He's fond of the
Fond, you are also fond of ice cream. Will you say you have weakness for ice cream?
Not able to stop.
Stop what?
Drinking is gone.
Means?
No control.
No control. Drinking means what? Drinking is action, isn't it? As long as you have not seen me drinking without any control, you will not. He is a regular drinker, alcoholic, regular drinker, social drinker, occasional drinker. Listen. Now, apply the same thing to Yudhishthira. In Mahabharata, dice game happened where? Almost when they were in the 50s. Yudhishthira must have been in his 50s when dice game happened. And you have been studying about Yudhishthira's life story. From his birth onwards, record has been maintained. How many places there is a reference of him wanting to play dice game or playing dice game? Anybody? Any version of Mahabharata? Was there a single incident before this Sabha? The dice game was played. That Yudhishthira, if I would have stopped the story halfway through and I told you, oh, Yudhishthira has a great weakness for dice game, you know. What you will tell me? Where is the record? The only he pawned only. He would have edited that also. If you say Vyasa must have edited all those things, then the easiest one for Vyasa to do is what? To edit. Big one also. If Duryodhana had the audacity to arrest Krishna when he comes as a peacemaker, you know that, no? He ordered Krishna to be arrested. Even Ravana didn't do that. Remember, arresting Krishna was their point. Yudhishthira, Draupadi was dragged into the court. Will the story change? Will it change? Would any one of you have known now that actually after that, there is a scene, sir? What is the scene? Censor. Edited. Cut pantang. Will they say? Vyasa would have done that? No. Because today, we are discussing about Mahabharata only because Vyasa reported. Vyasa written. If Vyasa has not written that, if Vyasa would have, if you were to write a story, this is how you will write a story. That's why it is known as Itihasa. Whatever has happened as it happened, it was just reported to you.